In the modern lexicon of success, there is a word we use as a shield, a weapon, and a badge of honor. Busy. How are you? Busy. How's work? Crazy busy. We wear our exhaustion like a medal, convinced that the sheer volume of our activity equates to the value of our contribution. But in the quiet corridors of psychology and neuroscience, constant busyness isn't viewed as a virtue. It is actually a sign of cognitive chaos. It is a betrayal of your brain's true potential. Welcome to the science of focus, where doing less is the only path to achieving more.
We live in an economy that fetishizes the hustle. We applaud the multitasker who answers emails during meetings and plans dinner while drafting reports. We tell ourselves that this is efficiency, but biological reality begs to differ. When you juggle 10 tasks at once, you aren't actually doing 10 things simultaneously. You are rapidly switching between them, and every single switch exacts a tax, a metabolic cost that drains your glucose and scrambles your neural pathways. You aren't being productive, you are just being busy. Let's dismantle the biggest myth of the 21st century: multitasking. The human brain is not a parallel processor like a computer. It is a serial processor. It can only consciously focus on one high-level task at a time. When you think you are multitasking, you are actually engaging in rapid task switching. It's like stopping and starting a car engine every 30 seconds. You burn more fuel, you ruin the engine, and ironically, you get to your destination much slower than if you had just maintained a steady speed.
But the cost isn't just about speed, it's about depth. This brings us to a concept introduced by Sophie Leroy, a business professor who coined the term attention residue. It sounds almost like a physical pollutant, and in a way, it is. Leroy's research revealed a startling truth about how our minds operate when we interrupt our workflow.
Here is how attention residue works. When you switch from task A to task B without completing task A, your attention doesn't immediately follow you. A significant portion of your cognitive resources remains stuck on task A. You might be physically present in a meeting, but your brain is still processing that unfinished email you were writing 5 minutes ago. You are operating with only a fraction of your intelligence available for the current moment.
These residual thoughts accumulate throughout the day. By 2 p.m., after checking your phone 50 times and switching tasks every 10 minutes, your mind is a mess of unfinished thoughts. This is why you feel exhausted, even though you haven't accomplished anything significant. You're stuck in shallow water, paddling frantically, but never diving deep enough to find gems of insight or true creativity.
Cal Newport, the author of Deep Work, argues that the ability to focus without distraction is becoming increasingly rare at exactly the same time it is becoming increasingly valuable. 1 hour of deep, intense, residue-free focus is worth more than 10 hours of scattered, distracted busyness. In a knowledge economy, you are paid for the quality of your decisions and the uniqueness of your ideas, not for how quickly you can reply to a Slack message. When you eliminate the residue, you open the door to the flow state. This is the psychological state where the self vanishes and time dilates. In flow, the brain releases a potent cocktail of neurochemicals: norepinephrine, dopamine, endorphins, anandamide, and serotonin. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about performance enhancement. In this state, learning accelerates and pattern recognition skyrockets. Deep focus actually changes the structure of your brain. This is neuroplasticity in action. Every time you resist the urge to check a notification and stay with a difficult problem, you are wrapping myelin around your neurocircuits. you are physically insulating the pathways of concentration, making it easier to focus next time. Conversely, every time you give in to distraction, you are training your brain to be scatterbrained.
So why is it so hard to stop? Because busyness is an emotional crutch. We use it to numb existential anxiety. If we stop moving, we might have to face ourselves. We suffer from FOMO, the fear of missing out. We believe that if we disconnect for an hour, the world will collapse. But the truth is, the world will keep spinning, but without your focused attention, you will never make a dent in it.
To combat attention residue, we must embrace time blocking. Instead of a to-do list, which is an infinite menu of tasks, use a calendar. Dedicate 90-minute blocks to a single task. During this block, you are unavailable. No phones, no email, no open tabs. You are building a fortress around your attention. You are giving your brain the permission to go deep without the fear of interruption.
Another critical strategy is the shutdown ritual. Because residue lingers, you need a clear boundary between work and rest. At the end of your day, review your tasks, plan for tomorrow, and literally say a phrase like, "Shut down complete." This signals to your brain that it is safe to let go of the open loops. It prevents the residue of work from contaminating your recovery time. Furthermore, we must relearn the art of doing nothing. Not scrolling, not watching, but simply being. Boredom is not the enemy. It is the soil from which ideas grow. When you stop jamming inputs into your brain every spare second, the default mode network of your brain activates. This is where you connect disparate ideas, solve complex problems, and understand who you truly are. Imagine a life where you work fewer hours but produce work that matters. A life where you end the day feeling intellectually satisfied rather than spiritually drained. This is not a fantasy. It is the natural result of respecting your biology. It is what happens when you trade the cheap dopamine of busyness for the deep satisfaction of focus. So, stop bragging about being busy. It doesn't impress the people who understand how the brain works. Instead, cultivate a reputation for being focused. Protect your attention as if it were your most valuable asset, because in this distracted world, it is. Slow down to speed up. Clear the chaos, and watch how much more you can achieve when you finally stop just being busy.